Welcome to Bond SCX. This is week 47, November 21st to November 25th. This is Lance, the Bargain Stock Bounty Hunter, back at you again with another great plays of the week. This is where X marks the spot to get you to the top. I'm going to start off with the NASDAQ and welcome everyone to the channel. So we're going to go through and look at the NASDAQ. Got quite a few plays of the week to call out. And so starting off with the markets, looking at the market to see where it's going. And we see that last week, the market pulled above its 13-day EMA. We're really close to where I expected to be by Friday, pulled down, had a pull down Friday, and you see it actually supporting on the daily EMA. And so I feel like this week, this one will come down, probably touch and support either on the let's say either the 5 or 8 day EMA, potentially pull up Friday or by Friday, pull up into the 11,278 to the 11,453. So that'll be pretty much flat this week. This is a holiday week. So the markets will be closed on Thursday, Thanksgiving, but they will be open on Friday. So typically, the week of Thanksgiving is not great investment week from a standpoint of making money as far as closing out, selling out stocks. Good week to potentially invest depending on where the market is, obviously, but we'll definitely give some plays of the week for some good opportunities this week. Looking at the New York Stock Exchange, we see a little bit different picture of the New York Stock Exchange. This one has really been bullish since, it's been officially bullish since October 24th. So this has been on a nice little ride, and we can see these dotted blue lines is where the price I expect it to be at this point in the year. So this was a little bit above that, so I definitely would anticipate some pullback. We see it just crossed the 180-day SMA last week as well, and don't see a full support there, but we do see a pullback down and then a bounce back up by Friday. When this one is in what I call the cake range, which is the purple line. So this is pretty much where the price wants to be, fairly close. I do feel like this one will come back down and nestle somewhere right around the 15,065 to 15,269. So just a little bit of a potential gain from where I expected it to be last week, but I think a little bit of a pullback from where it is and where it ended Friday. So all things seem to be pretty well in the market. It's in a little bit better place than where it's been. So let's look at the plays of the week. And so I'm going to start off with Cyberark this week. Cyberark has a short-term hold, comes in a trend of a 2. And so trend of a 2 is a decent upward trend. Not too strong, but not too bad either. It's $2.62 on sale, coming in at a true value of $151.52. And this one is already in the cake, as you see highlighted here. And so the cake range is where the price wants to be. That's the stronghold of the stock. So let's look at Cyberark. I'm looking at 1 year, 1 day. And so Cyberark, I've called this one out in the past, haven't called it out recently. But we see, looking back since May, this one has been on a nice upward pattern, pretty steady. Had a low of $100.35 in May, and we've seen since then a very pretty consistent progressive rise up. And we see this progressive line is what I've drawn on here. And so we see this one again, it is in the cake. So it is a little bit of a riskier position to buy stock. You really would like to buy stocks below the cake and watch them rise up into the cake range. But typically when they get in this range or above, they typically want to pull back down. And so with a potential of this one in this week, like what I'm seeing in the MACD, nice little upward movement here. Again, just consistency here, back and forth. This one is showing support on the 180-day SMA. So it's been attacking it, popping above it, and actually showing support here. It is officially bullish, according to what I'm seeing here with the Williams Alligator. So I expect this one to come down to about 146.33 is a great price point to get on this one. It's really just right above the SMA here with the potential by Friday. 154.65. It's about 5.5% to 158.95. That's about 8.5%. And again, that's touching the top layer of the cake, which is it's done quite a few times over the last few weeks. So that's what I expect to do this week. So that's my call out for Cyberark, 146.33. Next on the list, it's going to be down on the list a little bit more. STEM. So STEM is coming in at a flat trend, 3 cents on sale, true value of $13.24. Called STEM out not too long ago. So we're going to look back at this one. So where I called it out before. Called this one out around back in September. Didn't quite come down to price point. Did come down to true value. Stayed below true value for a day. It looks 2 days actually. And then turned around pretty nicely and moved up. And since then, it's pulled back down. Obviously, it's down below the cake. A good point to buy the stock at. This one hasn't really shown true support here on the 188 SMA. We've seen it touch down pretty close to it in October on 2 occasions. But moving into this week, I do think this one is bullish, officially bullish, based on the Williams alligator bars that I have here, which are the green, red, and blue, 5, 8, and 13-day EMAs projected in the future. See some resistance here also on the bottom layer of the cake. So we see it touch off in the cake, kind of go above, pull back, touch above, pull back. So I think this one will come down potentially 12.56 if we're lucky this week. I think there's some opportunity for this one to pull back some. I do like what I'm seeing in the MACD. Definitely starting to cross over the midpoint. There's still opportunity for this one to continue to rise up some more. But I do like it better at 12.56 than any other price point. I do think it will definitely come below true value. But either way, this one at 12.56 is where I'm going in this week. Getting out anywhere between 13.39 to 14.21 if I decide to get rid of it this week. But this one definitely could be a long-term hold. And that's getting about 6.5% to about 13% by Friday. And if you want to hold this one, definitely expect this one to be in the top layer of this cake range, which is 15.35 in the near future. That's my call out for STEM this week. Next one on the list is Paramount. Paramount comes in flat, 38 cents overpriced at an $18.28 true value. So let's look at Paramount. Haven't called the stock out before. Let's look at this one. Excuse me, let me look at this one on a 1 year, 1 day, zooming all the way out. Again, you want to see the big picture first. And this one has been pretty much downtrodden for the majority of the year. Excuse me, give me some water there. And we see this one hasn't really spent much time in what I call the cake range. It's pretty much pulled through it. It's been down pretty hard. It was actually resisting on the cake range for quite a while through June, July, and August. And since August, it's pulled down and hit a low of 15.29, pulled down 40% since then. But since then, had its earnings report as well. Right after earnings report is when it had its low. Earnings report, they definitely didn't meet expectations on their earnings. But I do think this one has actually, in the process of getting ready to turn bullish, this is kind of a great opportunity to jump on to a company here. When we see the MACDs crossing over here, it's going in a better direction. The momentum starting to change. And we also see that this one's showing support. It's kind of between the green and the red here. And then we see by Thursday, and then we see Friday popped up above the EMA the daily EMA. And this one's actually has been trying to attack and address and really bust through the blue, which is the 13-day EMA. And it did here on a manipulated day. Then we see the pullback to kind of cover some of that manipulation on the downside from back on the 11th. It didn't fully come down to cover the manipulation here. So I do expect it to come down here at some point, and it could come down to that in another couple of weeks, but potentially next week as well. But I'm gonna go in at 1748. I think 1748 is a great price point, and this one could come down, touch here, and by Friday be somewhere around the 1893 to about 2012, which is around anywhere between 8 to 15% by Friday. But I definitely think you could hold this one a lot longer. It has uncovered manipulation at 1930 and also at 1990 cents. So I would say definitely these two zones or manipulative days, will need to be covered. And so that's what I'm expecting for Paramount to do this week. So 1748 is my call out for Paramount. Next on the list is Delta. Delta comes in at a short-term hold for me. And I'll explain why here in a sec when I look at the charts. But comes in at a flat trend, 37 cents overpriced, true value of $34.10. And Delta is a company I've called out a couple times this year, but it's been a while since I've called it out. Airline stocks have taken a little bit of a beating throughout the midpoint of the year. And so we see early in the year, this one was actually in a great kind of pattern that was very readable. Since this August, July, June, July, August, this one has really taken a hit and it's lost its pattern. And now it's created a new pattern. And that's when I started calling out. So I've called this one out again a couple times in the year. You can go back and watch the previous videos if you're interested in previous call out points. But here it's attacking the SMA. It's where I like to see stocks do. And it's also in really almost in the cake range. It's been in it last week. You see it touched off in it last week. First time it's been there since August. And we see it actually resisted here in October and resisted, not only did it resist the cake range, also resisted the 188 SMA. But we see a different picture as of last week. And we see this one actually cross over the 188 SMA and into the cake range and also come down. And it looks like it wanted to support here last week, but we saw it actually come down and support on the 8-day EMA. And then we see by Friday, we see it jump up above. And this one is bullish. So this stock has been bullish actually since October 17th. But one thing we do see is a flag here of a pullback. So when we see a stock comes down and touch the 13-day EMA, that's a sign of a pullback. And that is one reason why I won't call this one out for a long term at this point, because I definitely think it's going to pull back and cross down through the blue. And so it's touched down here on the blue, and we expect it to come down and pull down on the blue. If not this week, maybe next week. I do think there's an opportunity here for a quick day trade, getting in at $33.98, getting out by $34.59 or $35.65 by Friday. So quick hitter, 1 to 2% to 4.6% gain. This is a great opportunity with Delta this week. But I do think this is one that definitely want to wait for this one to fall back down if you want to hold long term and be more prepared to invest in this one, probably in the middle of December going into January. And I think this one will definitely reach the back into the cake range. So definitely some opportunities in Delta long term in the future, but right now, short term trade at $33.98. All right, moving on to the next one this week. And looking at Sofi. So Sofi has come in flat this week, 40 cents on sale at a true value of $5.58. So SoFi is a company called out a couple weeks ago, and this one turned out to be a pretty good one from that call out. And so looking at a lot of manipulation in the stock lately. And so called out this one at 44.93, and I believe this one was a turnaround. Came into, right, actually went above my expected price point by Friday, but turned around 21% in 2 days from my call out point. So like the opportunity here, again, we still have some uncovered manipulation, some new uncovered manipulation. And we still have this uncovered manipulation bar from the 1st of November. That's at 646. This one is running and really driving to attack the 180-day SMA, which is a great opportunity for this one to blow and explode above and beyond the 180-day SMA. So a lot of great opportunity with this one. Definitely invest in this one long term. We see where this one wants to be price point wise, and so anywhere between the 12, 13 and a half dollar range is really where it wants to be. So we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, anywhere between 140%, 160% gains in this one if you're willing to hold it. And there's a lot of opportunity with SoFi. And so I think there's a great opportunity to get into this one at $5.03 this week. That's hit this one on the nose pretty good last week at 502. And so definitely great opportunities with this one. And we can see this nice progressive bars that I have in the yellow. This one just really been bouncing back and forth off these bars. Try to grab it right below at 503 with the opportunity to get out by Friday. Somewhere around true value, around 10 to 10.6% at 557 to 605 at 20%, $6.05. So somewhere around that by Friday. Like what I'm seeing with the MACD as well. So it is above the midpoint of the MACD. So it does have some opportunity for this to pull back. It's not fully gone bearish, or it's right in the middle of being bullish and bearish at this point. But definitely some great opportunity because there's a lot of uncovered manipulation on the high side. So that's what I'm going in with SoFi this week is $5.03. Then last but not least on the list is Disney. And so Disney comes in this week at a -2 trend. So it's trending down. And it comes in at $3.26 on sale, true value of $95.06. So let's look at Disney. Disney's a long-term hold for me on this one. And Disney is one I've called out a couple times. As a matter of fact, called it out last week. So let's see how it did last week. So it came down, actually resisted on true value of last week. And it came down to actually supported right on my price point last week of 91.37. So see this one actually resisting on the Williams alligator bar, the 5-day EMA. You see some resistance here. So opportunity for this one to come back, and typically once it resists on the green, they'll try to attack the red, and then it's going to try to attack the blue. So we'll see that consistent resistance as it gets closer and closer to the SMA, and then that's when we want to see the explosion through that. And so with Disney this week, $89.66 is a great price point. I think we'll see a little bit more of a follow-through push down on the EMA. And then we think by Friday, if you want to get out by Friday, anywhere between 93.18 to a resistance on the 8-day EMA at 96.05. Anywhere between 7 and 4% gains in this one this week if you wanting to get out. Now this one is one, it is risky because this one is actually pulling down. It's not trending in a good direction. And so this one could actually pull down some more. But long-term investment with Disney, anything under $100 is not a bad price point. And you just, again, you see a little bit of a turnaround from Thursday and Friday. And so definitely see some a little support here. So I definitely think this one could turn out to be a decent one this week. All right, so those are my call outs for the week. Let's do some quick like it, love it, lose it. So that's a quick call out on some stocks that I don't actually have as a call out, but just to see if the current price point is a reputable or a good buy. And so let's go with Netflix and see what Netflix looks like. Trending down at -4. So let's see what this stock looks like and see if I'm liking, loving, or losing this price point. Looking at Netflix real quick, I will lose this price on Netflix. Definitely see some uncover manipulation to the downside. So it's definitely overpriced and not definitely has some more downside. So in 7 cents overpriced, but it's more than 7 cents overpriced at this point. Let's look at Target. Target comes in at a -2 trend, $1.27. So let's see. Target is a good price point as of now. So, a lot of manipulation here. I would lose this price as well. Definitely wouldn't buy Target at this current price point. So 162.88. I wouldn't buy it. Look at two more. Let's look at Kellogg. Kellogg is also -2, true value of 71.14. Look at Kellogg and see. This is a good buy or not. Say I like it. I don't love it. It's definitely a risk, but I like what I'm seeing the pullback. Like how it's been handling around the SMA. It is in the cake, so it definitely would be risky to come and resist here and then pull back down some more. So I would say I like it. I don't love it. Definitely wouldn't lose it. Probably more short term for sure. And let's do one more. Let's do Dollar General. Dollar General showing $5.06 overpriced, proving at a flat trend. So let's look at DG's as ticker symbol. Yeah. 1 year, 1 day. Lose this one as well. So don't have any love it's this week. One like it, and looks like 3 lose it's for me. So anyway, thanks for joining in, and appreciate you watching the video. Please like and subscribe and share with anyone who likes technical analysis or needs any nice investment plays for the week or long term. Please be looking out for some more option videos and potential company breakdown videos in the near future. And you can check out our previous options video. I believe some of those option contracts are still open. I have to go back and look. I can't remember what was some of the dates. But there are some more option contracts that I'm looking at in March at this point. So be expecting another video here in the near future. Other than that, please enjoy trading this week. Enjoy your short week, and happy Thanksgiving to all. Thank you.